Shri D.P. Tripathi.
Everyone, at least somebody should participate.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman, for giving me the time. Uh, Very briefly, I'll make a few points. First, I'll congratulate the government for bringing in this bill to make NID as the Institute of National Importance. Why I congratulate the government is primarily because bringing in this bill to be made into an act by this august House shows the broad consensus, broad democratic consensus among political parties and members of this august House. Second, that the Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister who has piloted this bill, Nirmala Sitharamanji, has made a history. The day she took oath of a member of this House, I think she is the only minister in the history of annals of our parliament who has introduced a bill to make a great institute as the Institute of National Importance. And then the points made by former Commerce Minister, Honorable Shri Anand Sharma, when this bill was introduced in February 2013, the then government, UPA government, had a very sublime purpose of actually making NID into a center of not merely national but international excellence. Because for various multidisciplinary aspects of design and its history that Honorable Tarun Vijay has spoken about, he has made my task easier. So I'll make just a couple of points. If you look at the entire development of the history of the world, the points that I made about designing in one of my interactions at the National Institute of Design, Ahmedabad, years ago, I'll make those points. You look at any development, what Mr. Tarun Vijay stated about art, painting, sculpture, temple architecture, and various other things. What primarily depends is the multidisciplinary approach, the aesthetic and artistic understanding, and overall approach of human creativity. Therefore, our institutes of design who have to present that excellence have to imbibe themselves with these values. The question that I asked the students and faculty members of the NID Ahmedabad years ago was that as students and teachers of design, you will have to answer one question. Understand the meaning of this. This is your primary responsibility. And the question is, look at the world today. I said, why it is that the most powerful country of the world, with all economic, technological, scientific, and military might, the United States of America, cannot make a pyramid, cannot make a Taj Mahal, cannot make a forbidden city. There's so many things that I can count. But to save your time, I said, why it is that many developed countries in the world today, why they cannot create one wonder in design, in aesthetics, in building architecture in the world today. Why? What is the reason? And then I told them, to the best of my mind, design, art, or any form of excellence requires the sensibility to look at the world with a sense of creative wonder. That creative wonder is essential. And since the developing world, the modern world, which has highly privatized life, individual lives without creative movements, has all the material, all the money, all the resources, but inability of creative dreams, which are extremely important for any design and aesthetics. So that continuing loss of that sense of creating wonder is causing serious concern. And finally, the point that I have to make, because I had the privilege of visiting this institute and many institutes of design and aesthetics in different parts of the world, where I have interacted with many artists and professors of this field. The last point that I'm making, which is to be understood carefully by honorable members, design has never depended on designation. It shows the creativity of the common man the world over. And if you look at the weavers of Banaras saris or anywhere in the world, I'm giving just one example, you can see the creativity of the common man in this field. So it is not those high and mighty who have created the best in the world. If you look at the history of design, the best was created by the common man, the creativity of the common man. And therefore, with these few points, I support this bill, and it is very good that the House is going to pass this bill unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.